Winter laundry tips. How to dry clothes faster and avoid smell indoors. Winter is a beautiful season. Cozy blankets, hot chocolate, and warm sweaters. But let's be honest. When it comes to laundry, winter can be a complete nightmare. Clothes take forever to dry, the house smells musty, and if you don't manage your laundry properly, you may end up with damp, smelly clothes that feel cold even after washing. Today, I am going to share with you the ultimate guide for winter laundry: how to dry clothes faster indoors, how to prevent bad odors, and how to manage laundry whether you have a top-load washing machine or a front-load washing machine. This isn't just a quick list of tips. This is a complete step-by-step guide packed with hacks, science-backed explanations, and practical methods you can apply at home. By the end of this video, you'll never struggle with smelly, damp clothes in winter again. Section 1. Why laundry becomes difficult in winter. Before we jump into solutions, let's understand the real problem. Why is laundry so challenging in winter? Well, there are 4 main reasons. Low temperature. In winter, the air is much colder, which means water inside clothes evaporates slowly. Unlike summer, where heat helps in natural drying, winter makes it a time-consuming process. High humidity indoors. When we dry clothes inside the house, moisture stays trapped in the air. If the ventilation is poor, the air becomes damp and the clothes don't dry properly. Sunlight is weak or absent. Sunlight not only dries clothes faster but also acts as a natural disinfectant, killing bacteria that cause odor. In winter, because of cloudy skies and shorter days, clothes miss out on this natural benefit. Machine limitations. Whether you use a top-load or a front-load machine, sometimes the spin cycle alone isn't enough to extract all water in cold weather. And if clothes stay damp for too long, they develop a stale smell. Section 2. General tips for faster drying indoors. Now, let us talk about some universal tips that apply no matter what kind of washing machine you use. These hacks can cut down drying time and prevent bad odor indoors. Tip 1. Use an extra spin cycle. Always run an extra spin cycle on your machine. Spinning at high RPM removes more water, so drying indoors becomes easier. If you have a front-load machine, most models allow 1200-1400 RPM spin speeds. For top-load machines, usually it's 700-1000 RPM. The higher the spin, the less water remains. Tip 2. Wring out heavy clothes. Manually, for heavy items like jeans, blankets, and hoodies, wring them manually after the spin cycle. Even if it seems small, this reduces almost 10-15% extra water. Tip 3. Use a dehumidifier or heater in drying room. Clothes dry faster when the air is dry. If possible, use a room heater or dehumidifier where you hang your clothes. It keeps the air circulating and prevents that musty, damp smell. Tip 4. Space clothes. Out properly. Never hang clothes too close together. Leave gaps for airflow. If airflow is blocked, clothes trap humidity and take double the time to dry. Tip 5. Use the towel roll trick. Place your wet garment on a large dry towel. Roll the towel tightly with the garment inside. Press gently. This absorbs extra moisture. It's a lifesaver for delicate clothes that can't be wrung hard. Section 3. Avoiding smell indoors. Now let's address the most frustrating issue: bad odor. Clothes that stay damp for too long in winter often develop a stale or even moldy smell. Here's how you can stop that completely. Wash clothes promptly. Never leave washed clothes sitting in the machine. In winter, bacteria grow faster in damp conditions. Always transfer clothes immediately after the wash cycle ends. Add vinegar or baking soda. Add half a cup of white vinegar or 2 tablespoons of baking soda during the rinse cycle. Both act as natural deodorizers and also soften fabric. Dry indoors with airflow. If drying indoors, keep windows slightly open or turn on a ceiling fan. Even in cold air, moving air dries clothes faster and prevents odor. Use fabric conditioner carefully. In winter, Heavy use of fabric conditioner can trap moisture inside clothes. Use a smaller amount than in summer. Section 4. Top-load versus front-load machines in winter laundry. Now let us compare washing methods in top-load and front-load machines, because both have different designs and require slightly different laundry strategies. Top-load machines usually have slower spin speeds, 700, 1000 RPM. They leave more moisture in clothes compared to front-load machines. In winter, this means clothes take longer to dry. Tips for top-load users. Always choose the highest spin setting. If your machine allows, run the air dry or wind dry feature. Many modern top-loaders use this to blow air during spin. Avoid overloading. A stuffed drum reduces spin efficiency. Wash smaller loads to ensure maximum water extraction. Front-load machines generally have faster spin speeds, 1200 to 1400 RPM. Extract much more water than top loaders, but they require proper maintenance in winter. Tips for front-load users. Always use high RPM spin cycles for winter loads. Clean the door gasket and detergent drawer regularly to avoid mold. If clothes smell damp, run a drum cleaning cycle with vinegar once a month. Use quick-dry synthetic programs for sportswear or delicate winter garments. Section 5. Choosing the right laundry load in winter. One of the biggest mistakes people make in winter is washing large, heavy loads. This not only delays drying, but also causes musty smells. Here's how to plan smarter loads. Separate heavy and light clothes. Wash jeans, sweaters, and blankets separately from shirts and undergarments. Smaller loads. Better spin extraction. For woolens, use the wool cycle or wash gently by hand, then dry flat to avoid stretching. So far, we've covered the challenges of winter laundry, universal hacks to dry faster, and the differences between top-load and front-load machines. But this is just the beginning. In the next section, we'll go even deeper, looking at specific drying hacks indoors, how to prevent mold in your home while drying clothes, and smart accessories like heated racks, dryers, and DIY hacks that can save you hours. Make sure you stick around, because by the end of this series, you'll be a winter laundry expert. Winter laundry tips, indoor drying hacks and accessories. Section 1. Introduction to indoor drying challenges. In Part 1, we learned why laundry becomes difficult in winter, how to handle top-load and front-load machines, and basic hacks to prevent clothes from smelling musty. Now, let's dive into the real heart of the problem, drying clothes indoors. Most of us don't have access to bright sunshine during winter, especially in colder regions. Drying outdoors may not even be an option because of rain, snow, or freezing temperatures. That's why indoor drying becomes the only solution. But here's the catch. Indoor drying can create a new set of problems. It increases indoor humidity, makes your home smell damp, and even causes mold on walls and ceilings if not done properly. So, in this section, we'll explore the smartest ways to dry clothes indoors without damaging your home and without wasting endless hours waiting for them to dry. Section 2. Positioning clothes for faster drying. The first and simplest trick is about where and how you hang your clothes. Always place your drying rack in the warmest room of your house. This could be near a radiator, heater, or sunny window. Avoid drying in bathrooms unless they have a strong exhaust fan, because bathrooms are already humid. If you're using a folding rack, keep it at least 6 to 12 inches away from walls. This prevents moisture from condensing on the paint or wallpaper. Another important rule is air circulation. Clothes dry faster when air moves around them. Use a ceiling fan or standing fan on low speed to keep air flowing. Even in cold climates, moving air helps evaporation much more than still air. If possible, slightly open a window for ventilation. Even a small gap makes a difference. Section 3. The layering and spacing technique. Most people overload drying racks. This is one of the biggest mistakes that doubles drying time. Instead, use the layering and spacing technique. Light clothes on top row, like t-shirts, undergarments, socks. These dry faster and won't drip on heavier clothes. Medium items in the middle row: shirts, pajamas, small sweaters. Heavier clothes at the bottom row: jeans, hoodies, towels. Always leave at least a hand's gap between each garment. If two clothes touch each other, moisture transfers and slows the drying process. If you're drying on hangers, hang each item separately with space in between. A single overfilled hanger with 3 shirts takes 3 times longer than hanging each shirt individually. Section 4. The role of heating appliances. Now let's talk about using heating appliances safely for faster drying indoors. Using a room heater, place your drying rack about 2 to 3 feet away from a heater. Never place clothes directly on heaters. It's a fire hazard and damages fabric. Use oscillating heaters or blowers to keep warm air circulating. Using a radiator. If you have a radiator, you can place a metal drying rack over it designed specifically for safe indoor drying. Radiators release steady, gentle heat that speeds up drying without burning fabric. Using a hairdryer, emergency hack. For urgent drying of small garments like socks or handkerchiefs, a hairdryer can be used. Hold it 12 to 18 inches away and keep moving it to avoid overheating the cloth. This is only for emergencies, not for regular use. Section 5. Accessories for indoor drying. Narrator. To make indoor drying more efficient, there are a few accessories you can invest in. Some are affordable DIY hacks, while others are advanced tools. Heated clothes airer, electric drying rack. This looks like a normal drying rack but comes with built-in heating rods. Clothes dry 2 to 3 times faster compared to a normal rack. They consume less electricity than tumble dryers and are gentle on clothes. Dehumidifier. A dehumidifier pulls moisture out of the air. If you place it in the same room as your drying rack, it absorbs the dampness and keeps the air fresh. Bonus: your walls and ceilings won't get mold patches. Portable spin dryer. If your washing machine doesn't have a high RPM spin, a portable spin dryer is a small, powerful device just for extracting water. In 3 to 5 minutes, it removes almost all excess water, making clothes much lighter to dry. Drying tent. These are small portable tents with built-in warm air circulation. You hang clothes inside, zip it up, and warm air flows evenly. Great for apartments where space and ventilation are limited. Section 6. DIY hacks for faster indoor drying. Now let's talk about some clever home hacks that require no fancy machines. The towel absorption method. After washing, lay clothes on a large dry towel. Roll it tightly and press it. This squeezes out extra moisture. The fan plus salt bowl trick. Place a bowl of rock salt or baking soda in the drying room. Both absorb humidity naturally. When combined with a fan, clothes dry much faster without leaving a musty smell. The iron and towel. Quick dry for urgent needs. Place a towel over damp clothing and iron it. The towel absorbs moisture while the iron provides heat. Works great for collars, cuffs, and uniforms. Section 7. Preventing mold and smell indoors. One of the biggest risks of indoor drying is mold growth in your home. Let's see how to prevent it. Ventilation is key. Keep a window slightly open or use an exhaust fan. Use a dehumidifier or salt bowls. Reduce indoor humidity. Don't dry clothes in the same room as your bed. Fabric smell lingers in blankets and pillows. Avoid over-drying indoors. Once clothes are 80–90% dry, move them to a warmer cupboard or press them lightly with an iron to remove remaining moisture. Section 8. Special care for winter fabrics. Different fabrics behave differently in winter. Knowing how to handle them saves time and effort. Wool and cashmere. Always dry flat on a towel, never hang. Hanging stretches them. Jeans and thick cotton. Roll in a towel first, then hang near warm airflow. Synthetic sportswear. Dries fast naturally. Wash separately and hang on hangers. Blankets and quilts. Use the highest spin setting. If too heavy, dry partially on a heater rack or laundromat dryer. Section 9. My recommended indoor drying setup. If I had to design the perfect indoor drying system for winter, here's what it would look like. A folding heated airer in my living room. A dehumidifier placed nearby to absorb extra humidity. Clothes arranged with proper spacing. Lighter clothes on top, heavier at the bottom. A fan or low heater to circulate air. A bowl of rock salt in the corner of the room for natural moisture absorption. With this setup, clothes that normally take 2 to 3 days to dry indoors can be ready in 8 to 12 hours, fresh and odor-free. So, we've now explored a complete set of indoor drying hacks, from positioning clothes and using airflow, to heated racks, dehumidifiers, and simple DIY tricks. The truth is, winter laundry doesn't have to be a battle. With the right system, you can dry clothes efficiently indoors without turning your home into a damp cave. But we're not done yet. In the next part, we'll talk about advanced laundry hacks for saving energy, dealing with stubborn smells and long-term machine maintenance in winter. Trust me, these will take your winter laundry game to the next level. Winter laundry tips, advanced hacks, mistakes to avoid, and strong conclusion. Section 1. Introduction to advanced hacks. Welcome back. In the last 2 parts, we talked about the science behind winter laundry, top-load versus front-load machine strategies, and indoor drying hacks with accessories and DIY tricks. Now it's time to take things up a notch. In this final part, we'll explore advanced winter laundry hacks that not only make your clothes dry faster, but also save energy, remove stubborn odors, and extend the life of your washing machine. So grab a notebook, because these tips are the difference between struggling every winter and mastering laundry like a pro. Section 2. Energy-saving hacks for winter laundry. Electric bills often rise in winter because of heating, hot water, and yes, laundry too. But with the right habits, you can save a lot of energy. Wash with cold or lukewarm water. Many people believe hot water is necessary in winter. The truth? Most detergents today work perfectly well in cold or 30-degree C cycles. Save electricity by avoiding unnecessarily hot washes. Use shorter wash cycles. In winter, clothes don't get sweaty like summer. Unless heavily soiled, choose a quick wash or eco mode. Saves water, energy, and time. Spin. Instead of heat, dryers consume huge amounts of energy because they rely on heat. Instead, use the highest spin cycle your machine allows. It consumes far less power than tumble drying. Dry in batches. If you're using a heater or dehumidifier, dry one big load at a time instead of multiple small loads. This way, you maximize the warmth and airflow in one session. Section 3. Deep cleaning machines in winter. Another overlooked factor in winter laundry is machine hygiene. Because of the cold, damp conditions, washing machines themselves can become smelly, leading to clothes that never feel truly fresh. Here's how to keep your machine in top shape. For front-load machines, clean the rubber gasket around the door weekly. It traps water and detergent, which leads to mold. Leave the door slightly open after every wash to allow ventilation. Once a month, run an empty hot cycle with 1 cup of white vinegar to kill bacteria. For top-load machines, check the lint filter regularly. In winter, fibers shed more from sweaters and warm clothes. Clean the drum by running a hot cycle with baking soda. Keep the lid open after washes to avoid trapped moisture. Section 4. Removing stubborn smells from winter laundry. Sometimes even after drying, clothes can have that stubborn, musty smell. Don't worry, here are some guaranteed fixes. Vinegar rinse. Add half a cup of white vinegar to the rinse cycle. Neutralizes odor and softens fabric. Baking soda boost. Add 2 tablespoons of baking soda to your detergent. Absorbs odor and brightens fabric. Sunlight treatment. If you get even a few hours of sunlight, hang smelly clothes outside briefly. UV rays kill odor-causing bacteria better than any chemical. Essential oils. Add a few drops of tea tree oil or lavender oil to the rinse cycle. Leaves clothes smelling fresh and naturally disinfected. Section 5. Common mistakes to avoid in winter laundry. Now, let's bust some bad habits. If you're making any of these mistakes, you're not only making laundry harder, you're ruining your clothes. Overloading the machine. In winter, thicker fabrics need more room to spin. Overloading traps water inside clothes, leaving clothes in the drum. Damp clothes left in the machine for even 1 to 2 hours can start smelling. Using too much detergent. Extra detergent leaves residue that makes drying harder. Always use the recommended amount. Drying clothes on radiators. Directly, this damages fabric and increases fire risk. Use a safe drying rack instead. Skipping ventilation, closed windows, plus damp clothes, mold in your home. Always allow some airflow. Section 6. Smart tools worth investing in. If you want to make winter laundry completely stress-free, here are some smart tools worth the investment. Heated Air Drying Rack, gentle and energy efficient. Dehumidifier, removes moisture from air, prevents mold. Portable spin dryer, perfect if your machine doesn't have a high RPM spin. Drying tent, compact, great for small apartments. Moisture-absorbing crystals, affordable, reusable, and prevent dampness indoors. Section 7. The ultimate winter laundry routine, step by step. Now, let me give you a simple step-by-step winter laundry routine you can follow every week. Sort clothes. Separate heavy items from light ones. Wash in small loads. Use eco or quick wash with cold water. Use vinegar or baking soda. Prevent odor during wash. Run high spin cycle. Extract maximum water. Roll heavy items in towel. Extra water removal. Hang with spacing. Light clothes on top, heavy at bottom. Use airflow and dehumidifier. Fan plus ventilation. Faster drying. Store properly. Once dry, fold and store in a dry cupboard. Follow this routine and laundry will never feel like a burden again. Section 8. Engaging conclusion. Powerful ending. And there you have it. The complete guide to winter laundry. We started by understanding why drying clothes in winter is so challenging. Then we covered practical hacks for both top-load and front-load washing machines. We learned how to dry clothes indoors without bad odors, explored advanced hacks to save energy, and even uncovered the secrets to keeping your washing machine fresh and clean during winter. The truth is, laundry doesn't have to control your winter. With the right knowledge and a few smart habits, you can enjoy fresh, dry, and clean clothes all season long without wasting time, energy, or money. So the next time you're staring at a pile of damp clothes, just remember, you've got the tools, the hacks, and the strategy to win the winter laundry game. If you found this guide helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more smart home and lifestyle tips. And in the comments, let me know. Which winter laundry hack are you going to try first? Until next time, stay warm, stay fresh, and happy laundry.